Hey, what's up? John Sonmez here from supercomputers.com.
Tired of pushy recruiters sending you LinkedIn requests for jobs you have no interest in? Tired of blasting out resumes into the dark? If so, you should check out Hired.com. Hired.com flips job searching on its head by having top employers like Facebook come to you after you fill out one simple application. You also get your own job coach to help you on your next job search. If you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you at least fill out the application. Just go to Hired.com/simpleprogrammer, and when you get hired with Hired, you'll get double the normal sign-on bonus for using that link.
So I got a question about learning Linux. Should I learn Linux? If my phone will unlock. Here we go. So this question is from Per. And Per says, I'm a student enrolled in a minor university in Europe, and it's heavily invested in Windows. My program is heavily focused on embedded systems, and while I think it teaches very valuable skills, I keep hearing about Linux from everywhere. I'm just imagining people like, hey, Per, come here. Linux. Hey, dude. Linux. I don't know why I'm thinking that. I don't know. Anyway, he says, my university does not teach much of it, so I have to teach it on my own. I've tried a little, but the command line is hard to get into. Is it worth my time for embedded development? See, he says many of the smaller companies I've talked to seem to favor Linux knowledge, while the bigger companies stick with well-known brands such as Windows and MATLAB, which is also the official school policy. I aim to work in industrial manufacturing or automation when I have finished my master's degree programming their big machines. So here's what I'd say. Okay, I'm just going to have to, a lot of you are going to disagree with me and you're going to say, oh yeah, he needs to learn Linux and Windows. I get it. Yeah, go ahead, just leave your comments now before you even watch the video and say Windows sucks, everyone should use Linux. I get it, okay? And Linux is great, it's awesome. I love Linux, I use Linux a lot. My current desktop is going to be Windows though, I'll tell you that, because the file manager is the best in Windows and I like that. So, but regardless, let's not get into the debate of Linux versus Windows. Let's get into the debate of, do you really need to learn shit that you're not using? And this is something that I harp on all the time, because technology changes rapidly, because you don't know what the future holds, and because anything that you learn that you don't actually use, think about this, is a waste, right? Now you may use it someday, some of this knowledge that you have, when you go on Jeopardy, or you play Trivial Pursuit, or you have a drunken conversation at a hookah lounge, okay? I don't think they should drink in hookah lounges, but if you do get in that situation, then you might use that knowledge, but for the most part, there's a lot of, any knowledge that you gain that you don't actually apply and use is just a waste of time. So I could say, yeah, it'd be good to learn Linux. You should learn Linux as a software developer. Yeah, as a embedded system developer, you should learn Linux. But I don't know if that's the right move for you. I don't know if that's going to be good for you, right? I mean, the critical skill that you're trying to learn is embedded system development and software development, so that you can become a software developer and get a job. If you invest a bunch of time learning Linux, and let's say that you go work for one of these big companies that uses Windows, and you never end up having to use Linux in your life, that's what how much time did you waste and spend, right? I mean, let's say it takes you a year of time, of all this time that you could be spending learning something else, or developing your skills some other way, or I don't know, going to the gym and lifting weights, whatever. Yeah, that's what I would be doing. But let's say that you waste that time, and you end up working for this company. You're working for this company for the next 15 years, or it just so happens every single company you ever work for, you end up working on Windows. Then it's a total waste. There's no benefit for you, right? And again, this has nothing to do with Windows versus Linux. This has everything to do with just a general principle of practice just-in-time learning. When I know I need to do something, I don't study for, you know what? Someday, maybe I'll become a lawyer and I'll take the bar exam. Someday, maybe I'll become an architect and take the LEED exam. Someday, maybe I'll take my MCATs. I don't know, probably not, right? But I'm not studying for that. I'm not studying for the bar right now. If I decide to become a lawyer, if I decide that I'm going to pursue law school or whatever it is, then I'll start studying for the bar exam. But I'm not going to be studying for an exam for a test that I'm probably not going to take. Okay, and that's the same thing here. Again, there's a higher probability that you're going to use Linux, but in general, the general principle is this, is practice just-in-time learning. When you need to learn stuff and you know that it's on the horizon for sure, then commit to learning the thing and do it and learn it by doing and having an actual reason and application for doing it. Don't just learn for the sake of learning, right? Unless you just, I mean, you're interested in history, fine, learn about history, but actually try to apply it in your life. Try to make a philosophy of life out of it, I would even say about that. So there you have it. That's my opinion on it. Feel free, like I said, to just ignore what I'm saying and tell him that he needs to learn some Linux. That's cool. It's all right. But all right, if you like this video, make sure you click that subscribe button below, and don't forget to click the bell so you don't miss any of the videos that come out. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.